Scroll 5 of our series about Christmas, Remnant, now that we have exposed the pagan roots, the sun god festivals, the characters and the symbols, we must answer a harder question. How did all of this become Christian? Because the early believers in Yahuah did not keep Christmas. The apostles did not keep it. The assemblies in the 1st and 2nd centuries did not keep it. The birth of the Messiah was never commanded as a feast, never recorded as a celebration, and never set to a date. So how did a holiday rooted in sun worship become a global religious tradition? The answer is found in one word: syncretism, the blending of truth with the practices of the nations. In the 4th century, after centuries of persecution, the Roman Empire shifted strategy. Emperor Constantine claimed allegiance to Messiah, yet he continued to honor Sol Invictus, the sun god he had worshipped all his life. Coins from his rule still show the image of the sun deity on one side and a symbol of his new religion on the other. Instead of calling people out of paganism, Rome attempted to merge it with belief in Messiah. The goal was not purity. The goal was unity. Unity under empire, unity under Rome, unity under a universal state religion. And so the Church of Rome began a slow, deliberate process of absorbing pagan customs and covering them with new language. The date of the sun, God's birth, December 25, became the birth of Christ. The festival of Saturnalia, with its gifts and candles and revelry, became a holy season. The customs of the northern tribes, the tree, the wreath, the fires, the Yule log, were given new names and allowed into the homes of believers. The winter rituals of Europe were not destroyed. They were baptized. And this is where the mixture deepened. Around the 4th century, a Roman bishop, Julius I, is recorded by later writers as assigning the 25th of December to represent the birth of Messiah. Whether every detail of that tradition is exact or not, the historical result is undeniable. The leaders of the empire chose a date that belonged to the sun god and declared it holy. This was not revelation, it was strategy. As centuries passed, missionaries moving through Europe encountered tribes who loved their winter festivals. Instead of calling them out of these practices, the church absorbed them. Keep your tree, they said, but call it Christian. Keep your wreath, but dedicate it to the Lord. Keep your lights, but say they are for Christ. Keep your Yule traditions, and we will rewrite the meaning. This is exactly what Yahuah warned against in Devarim 12 verse 30. Do not inquire how the nations served their gods, that I may do the same to Yahuah. Yet the church did precisely that. They asked, how do they worship their gods? Then they said, let us worship the Most High in the same way. The result was a faith that looked Roman, felt Roman, sounded Roman, and obeyed Roman customs, but spoke the name of Christ. By the Middle Ages, Christmas had become a mixture of Catholic mass rituals, pagan symbols, drunken celebrations, and local superstitions. Even many church leaders condemned it as a day of excess and immoral behavior. In fact, in the 17th century, believers in England and in early America outlawed Christmas because they recognized its pagan origins. It was not a holy day, it was a worldly tradition. Then, in the 19th and 20th centuries, commercial forces transformed it further. Coca-Cola popularized the modern image of Santa. Department stores expanded the gift culture. Hallmark shaped the emotional narrative. And soon, what began as sun god worship became a global, commercial, emotional tradition. A tradition that most believers never questioned. Yet Yahuah has never changed his mind. He said, I am Yahuah. I do not change. Malachi 3 verse 6. He said, learn not the ways of the nations. Jeremiah 10 verse 2. He said, come out of her, my people. Revelation 18 verse 4. The remnant hears these words because the Ruach HaKodesh is peeling back centuries of tradition and calling his people out of Babylon's mixture. not into emptiness, but into truth, not into loss, but into inheritance. The next scroll will reveal what the remnant does instead, how we return to the appointed times of Yahuah, the feasts of Scripture, the celebrations he himself established from the foundation of the world. Remnant, you were not called to blend with Babylon. You were called to come out. Visit our website for more information, follow and share for more truth.